Visit us at podlanderpresents.com to find information on all of our shows. That sounded kind of cool.
Microphone. I don't know what's going on.
Microphone.
Welcome to Podlander, Drunkcast, and Outlander podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Julie.
Hey, I'm Janine.
Guys, we're so excited. We're talking with our old friend Janine in the same room, in person. Is this coming to you on Zoom? No, it is not.
The holidays bring him back to the Chicagoland area, and we had to get him in front of a mic.
Hell yeah.
As we are wont to do.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. Julie and I both saw Aaron, on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But we just kind of like stood there staring at each other with nothing to say because we didn't know how to act because we didn't have microphones in front of us.
Also, like, I was inconsolably crying the entire time.
Just
so,
kidding.
I
We had
could not
lovely
stop.
conversations, but
Lovely
Janine
conversations.
did have some sparkly tears
I had a
Yes.
lot of sparkly tears.
in his piercing blue eyes.
Very happy to be back to Chicago. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you're not gonna cry at the lighthouse, where are you gonna cry?
Come on.
It's true. That is a very accurate statement.
So we have two agenda items.
Yes.
The first is we're just doing a little Janine catch up. You know how it is. And maybe that'll be one episode by itself. Maybe not. We'll see.
We'll see.
And then we were all prepared. Julie and I were prepared. And by that, I mean emphatically not prepared on purpose.
Never.
To hilariously attempt to recap all of season 7A of Outlander for Janine in like 20 minutes without refreshing ourselves on what actually happened. So it would be like Tom Christie kisses Claire, Benedict Arnold, house fire,
Yeah, that would be what I would say.
pants.
Oh, war.
War, pants,
And damn.
tiny beard brush,
Oh, yeah.
right? But
So
when
that
we
would
were
be
like,
it.
do you want to do this? We don't want to put you on the spot, and you're no longer required to care about Outlander. Do you want us to do this, or do you just want to chat? And then Janine said, but I watched it.
What?
How?
So we're about to be regaled with Janine's thoughts on season 7A of Outlander, which was very good.
It was a
so
good
this
season.
should be a delight.
Yeah.
But first, how you doing? How you doing, Janine?
Give us a little roundup catch up. What's
Tell
going
us
on?
tell us what's up with you.
Well, I think the most important catch-up that's necessary is Jasper.
Thriving.
Thriving.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
A king.
He is doing so well. We've gotten into a really solid cuddle routine. Because I have a fireplace in my new apartment. So every now and then, it's not every night. If I could afford the wood every night, I would. But I have a fire, and then he like comes next to me, gets on top of my chest. We like watch TV. I'll like be like petting him, and then he'll get up and like turn around so that I can put my hand on his chest easier, but then also scratch his chin.
What a sweet boy.
He's really great.
I'm glad my godson is thriving.
Yeah, he's doing really well. I don't feel like I send his godmothers enough photos.
Gma, what would Gma Juju and what was yours?
Jima Shushu.
Gma
Shoo, shoo.
Juju.
That's right. That's true. Please send more photos.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to raise the point
Yeah.
that you could, in theory, just set up a little camera, get your fireplace going, get Jasper to lay down by the fire, and then make millions.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you
record that shit.
really could profit.
And then it's
That's
to like
true.
Jasper fireplace.
That's true.
we talked about this.
Oh, I know. Believe me, we talked. Remember when we talked about murder mystery?
Yes.
Yule log murder mystery. I still think someday.
I'm still on board.
I know the Yule log. Well, tis the season.
Yeah.
Possibly some ideas could be farmed today when we're around all of our excellent friends.
Yes. There's the murder mystery one, but then there's
There's a
also
cat parade
Yule
one.
log, but with cat. And again, Jasper.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
See, fucking profit.
It's really the ASMR gateway drug.
The sound of the cat purr plus the fire crackle.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, fire crackle all by itself, right? Like, you're like, I don't know if I like ASMR. I don't
do.
know. Do you have Yule log going on your TV and all of Christmas Day? Because I think maybe you like ASMR. And then you add a little cat purr.
Yeah.
And also the most handsome cat purr, which is Jasper.
Jasper. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's doing really well.
Good.
Program's going really well.
Excellent.
It is the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. But all my advisors are very excited about what I'm doing.
Excellent.
I am ahead of the ahead of the game in a lot of ways. I started a research project this summer on asteroid mining. So I'm interviewing people who are part of the asteroid mining industry to talk to them about how they perceive hype in what they dealt with.
How far along is the asteroid mining industry?
Well, those two firms are gone. They went defunct in 2018, but there are two more firms.
Okay.
And my understanding is that one of the firms, both firms are talking about mining asteroids, but one of the firms has been kind of avoiding it because it's a little taboo because of the hype, the disappointment, my entire purpose of research. But they've actually had some interest from some of their investors and funders to start talking more about the asteroid mining stuff again and being more explicit about what that's going on. So that's all to say, not that far.
It could happen. Do you think it will be regularly done within my lifetime? So that's probably another, 30 years, 20 if I'm living right?
I think I think
that's because I like to party.
You do like to party, but Julie, come on.
I'm kidding.
We've got decades of content ahead of us.
I'm going to live on spite alone. And I'm going to be fine. But yeah, so like how many years out do you think an actual asteroid mining fucking process could be happening?
Yeah, well, and it's for a little context. Very recently, we just received asteroid regolith from Bennu. In a Osiris-Rex return
it's
mission.
like you're speaking a fucking foreign language to me.
I have absolutely no idea what you just said.
My bad. So we went to visit an asteroid.
Okay.
And as part of that process, it was about to collect material and bring it back.
Yeah.
So that material just got back to Earth a month ago.
Okay.
And it was a big learning experience because now we know that we know how asteroids are like. They're not like Armageddon. They're more like kind of slushy rock.
Okay. More like a comet, kind of?
It really, the way you set that up, it was like, we know what asteroids are like. They're not like Armageddon. They're more like, I don't know, friendly but standoffish.
That's actually probably great because what happened was when they landed, they were like going to shoot something into the rock so they can grab
Armageddon
style. But it was so kind of slushy that it kind of went too far. So it was a little standoffish and like a little too friendly though.
Yeah.
So
that asteroid was a slut.
Yeah. Anyway, so I gave that to say like now we have a sense of what asteroids are like, and so. I think in the next, whenever I say 20 years, it's always 20 years kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think 20 years, though, we could likely see a private mission visiting an asteroid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And not just like dick ship in low space, not even really space, just like these assholes just flying really high.
Yeah.
God,
I think
these guys.
I think it's going to be actual, like, go out into
rocket.
A near-Earth asteroid that is on an orbit that we don't see very often. And that mission will then it'll be a multi-year mission where they're like visiting it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the point,
learning.
Yeah. So in the next 20 years, I think it's very likely.
Just data collection or actual mining?
Probably data collection.
Yeah. So mining might be past my lifespan, maybe 50 more years. Okay.
Yeah. Because they're trying to go for water, and the water aspect requires a bit more. If it's platinum, which one company's trying to do, you can just go to it and like take some stuff and like maybe have a small amount. But with water, you have to encase the asteroid so you can like bake the water out of it.
I want you to know when Aaron said you go to the asteroid and take some stuff, he did 100% a Hamburglar hand gesture, like.
That's
and
the
then
vibe. That's
for
the vibe.
surrounding it, then he hugged the asteroid.
Yeah.
So it was a Hamburglar and then a hug.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So I'm like deep in it. It's very, very hard, incredibly taxing. I'm learning how hard all of this actually is for a 40-page paper at some point in the next 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
That's right. You got 4 years left on your program, right?
Yeah. But 4 years on the program, but also just that's how long it takes to publish something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's where I need to be. And as much as I cry and like I miss Chicago and you all very much, it's where I need to be for the moment. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so proud. Cool. How long have you been there now? 2 years? Year and a half?
I just started my second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So good.
I know.
Well, you're missed.
Thanks.
But we're so glad that you're thriving.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously are, as you already know, but just so everybody else knows, welcome back anytime.
Of course.
You just say like, I've got the itch. Or you say, oh my God, Allison, Julie, I just watched Tom Christie kiss Claire on the mouth in the street. And it was really weird. And I have thoughts.
It did feel odd.
Yeah.
We went, and there's of course a screenshot because that's,
The best screenshot from season 7A though was our excitement, confusion, at the Buck McKenzie reveal.
So I knew it was coming.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a good transition. I knew that it was coming and that it had been recast. So I was all prepared for the Buck McKenzie is an important character. I was all prepared for the reveal, but I was like, they're gonna do something, right, to
Bill
make it
Nye
clear.
entrance, a guy we've never seen.
Like they're gonna find a way to make this clear because that's just what people would do. And instead, we both went,
and there's a screenshot of us both going.
but you can tell we're like sitting up and we're ready to be like performatively excited, and then we're like, It's a good screenshot. Okay. Let's start with Buck McKenzie because this is the character I am most confident that Janine is going to be into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm putting money on Benedict Arnold.
Well, okay, you know what? Never mind because the nerd. So Benedict Arnold, barring Benedict Arnold, who we'll address next, Buck McKenzie, and I say this for two reasons.
Yeah. Why?
One,
Beard.
Well, yeah.
And the combing of the beard.
Yeah.
The little girl with the Barbie comb. Come on. That's
Come on.
That's cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And second, all of the physical acting where he was somehow making it clear that he was wearing clothes that were not of his era, even though he looked really good in them.
He looked great.
And comfortable.
Really good in construction clothes. Like
Yeah.
hard hat.
His little hard hat.
Looking good.
Also, he took to time traveling really well.
I just kind of feel like maybe that's the kind of dude he is.
Yeah.
There's like a kind of an even keel. I mean, we saw him originally go off, right?
Yeah,
when he
totally.
hung Roger,
Yes.
but was played by Gilf. Remember that? That's the same character.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Yes.
That's why it was such a because they recast it.
Because you watched this whole season and you're just now putting together who that character is,
Well,
right?
I knew because I don't remember I knew he got hung and I just didn't know. I forgot who had actually done it.
It was him.
It was him.
But it was Gilf. Remember they
Yeah.
dragged him up as somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like Buck in this iteration after he's gone through just feels a little bit more even keeled. Like I don't know what's happening to me. I guess I just have to let it ride.
It's because it's good casting.
Mm-hmm.
Bye,
Bye.
Neil. It's good casting, and as much as we love Gilf in this home, we love Gilf. I'm gonna cross stitch it for you, and you can hang it somewhere in your lovely apartment. But he was too old to play that part.
Yes, they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, and we discussed it at length on that episode. We're like, it was stunt casting. They did this, and now they're hoisted on their own petard.
Yeah.
One of my favorite phrases of all time.
But the fact that they were just like,
you get
it's
it.
a cliffhanger. Oh, who's this?
And we're like, who's she?
Who like
Her?
It was the low point.
Yeah.
When we did our live show, I think this one is the low point.
Yeah.
Unless, did we give the award to when Jamie?
I called it a wet fart of an entrance.
Did we give the award to when Jamie dives into the ocean, the crystal clear ocean in the middle of a hurricane to picturesquely swim down and get Claire? Yes, we're still mad about it.
Yes, we know it's still that's season 3, but we don't give a shit. I believe
We're
that
still
is
mad
what
about
got
it.
the
Maybe that's what
award
won.
for worst
I
moment.
think that always deserves.
It's what
Yes.
won in
Yeah.
our hearts anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So I like Buck a lot.
Thumbs up
Yeah.
to Buck.
Buck
I
is a
think
great
that is a
character.
good jumping off point for your thoughts in general on the 70s/80s storyline.
Modern plotline.
Flipping the Brock, where we've got Roger teaching. We've got Brianna in her hard hat being a boss. We've got the magic wall of time travel jizz in the tunnel. We've got the
Rob Cameron, double barrel
We've got
fucker.
double
Fuck
barrel
this guy.
Cameron.
Yeah.
We've got the cute kids. We've
Yeah.
got living in the camper
Cute.
van.
Cute, quote, scary.
They're cute. They're cute.
They're like Children of the Corn Children.
Like they're red rum children, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
hell.
better.
They are red rum children.
Yeah.
Jimmy is definitely a red rum
Yeah,
child.
dude.
Rum.
Oh.
All right, so
I mean, Mandy is the one who's always like,
Sorry.
I can feel him. Did you know we're psychic?
I'm just
No.
waiting. I'm just waiting for them to install elevators in Lollybrock and then blood pouring out of them.
Oh.
all
Yeah.
right, so your thoughts on the Lollybrock timeline?
I am so enamored with it because I want the life that they seem to be living.
I
Like-
mean, there is some this old house envy for sure.
Fucking hell, man! Like the fact, like one living in a camper van. Like, if dear listeners, if you don't remember my lead up, I was gonna try and live in a van.
Van life.
Van life.
Hashtag
Van.
blessed.
I was gonna try to do that in this PhD thing. I'm so glad I didn't do that. By the way, this is already hard enough. But so like the fact that they're doing that kind of has like this romantic thing to me, and it's also a beautiful goddamn camper van.
I want to know where they got this camper van and did they hire somebody to decorate it?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a fucking trailer that looked that good. They've got balustrades in there.
Brianna
what the
has
fuck
taste.
is that?
She's got taste.
I guess it's kind of like the windows in the big house. It's like, who did this?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I guess I'm just going with this.
Like, where is this craftsmanship coming from?
yeah.
Like,
Who puts balustrades in a trailer?
I mean, they built an entire fucking cabin.
That's true.
After the big house, now they have power tools, Julie.
You're right.
Brianna invented matches.
You're right.
You
I
think
forgot.
she can't
Yeah.
outfit a camper van?
You're right.
Like
No.
they're working on it's like when you're in a D&D campaign and then you go to fight a big boss and you get just like almost annihilated, and then oh no, you find a magic weapon that gives you all of the little adjustments to your score to make it so you can fight the boss. When they came back through those stones, they got like a +10 in everything because they were working on a much higher difficulty level.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Now they've got toilets.
Yeah. Things are a lot easier for them,
Showers.
generally speaking, than they were on the ridge.
At least in a practical sense, in an emotional sense.
It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Well, and so the camper van part, the camper van specifically, I really into. I loved that they were doing like building out their own house and like going through this whole thing. I love what they're doing to Lollybrook. It looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful.
I am confused as to why they still have this weird storing room that they can hide Buck in.
Oh, the priest hole?
The priest hole.
The priest hole is a big deal in the months.
Oh, yeah?
All kinds of shit happens in the priest hole. Jamie gets hidden in the priest hole whenever he's, when he's living out in the woods.
Dunbonnet.
Yes, when he's in Dunbonnet era. If he happens to be at Lallybrook and like the watch comes calling, whatever, priest hole.
Get in the priest hole,
That's
bitch.
why it's called a priest hole. It's because where you hide the priest.
Ah.
Ah, right. Catholics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so I loved everything about. I was very confused. Cameron deserves a lot of conversation because that guy's a fuckhead.
Yeah.
I was confused by how like easy it was for people to move around that house without like being observed, or how comfortable
Well, they do have 2 kids.
that's true. I don't know.
And they have those kids. Like, they've got those red rub kids. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
their attention is often divided.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so I love Roger's kind of slowly moving towards teaching, like professorship is feel like what he's about to come, and I really like that. I love that Sophie's finally getting her due and like able to like she's still dealing with like the patriarchy, but I love that she's finally like getting a place and like
Brianna, you mean.
Brianna.
Oh, thank you.
yes.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brianna's doing that.
Because Sophie is also getting her due because she's
Yes,
very good
she's-
this
She's
season.
very good at this.
She
yeah.
has improved
And
greatly.
what part of this job requires the penis?
Yeah. I'm confused by love now that I know that's what it's called, the jizz wall of time.
That is its technical term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call it the jizz wall.
Yeah, so I am confused by the jizz wall. Like how did who got
Allison
off there?
teased a fucking Loch Ness monster on my ass.
Listen, it's a brief mention in the books, but in the books, there's this lovely, I think it's in the second book. They took a boat out onto Loch Ness. They're floating around. It's Brianna and Claire and Roger. And Brianna's having a nap. And Claire and Roger are shooting the shit about time travel and whatnot. And I think this is when this happens. They raise the idea that maybe the Loch Ness monster is a dinosaur.
Oh,
And it swam through.
A jizz wall underwater.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the stone circles, it's not the stones that make you travel.
Yeah.
The stone circles mark the places
The
where
jizz
this
place.
shit happens.
Ah.
Right?
Dick
So-
rocks mark jizz.
So above ground, they're like,
Checks.
hey, weird shit happens here. Look at this stone circle.
Yeah.
But Bree's not above ground at that moment. She is below ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Yeah.
it looks like blue jizz.
Yeah.
I don't know why we went with jizz. I do, because it's funny.
Well, it looks like a wall of like semi-transparent goo.
Yeah, but it's blue.
Jizz.
Well,
yeah,
but
but
and,
whatever.
Like, we have the dick rocks, and what's inside the dick
Oh,
rocks?
you know,
it's
oh,
jizz.
Yes, it's jizz.
Aaron just explained our subconscious to us.
I mean, it's why it tracks so well for me.
Yeah, jizz is in those rocks.
It is. It's the jizz from the rocks
that gets the party going.
So we're
time
like
travel wise
in the testes, basically.
Yes, underneath the dam, we're in the balls.
Yes,
this is where the jizz
the
is
dam
created.
Is the balls.
Yeah, this is where the jizz is made.
Yeah, and what do you think the lake is? It's the bladder. So, like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Pushing it out. Well, anyway, when I saw the jizz underneath the dam, I'm like, great, here's some more time travel shit. Here's my question about Rob Double Barrel Cameron.
Yeah.
How did he know? Because it feels like he had more knowledge than just listening to Roger. Like, it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
So is he a time traveler?
It's got to come down through his family, I bet, to some extent.
We'll find out.
Okay.
But I mean, he for sure read the letters.
Yeah,
right?
no,
yeah,
he knew
totally.
that, but he only got that information after he listened to Roger. But I feel like he knew something before all that.
Yeah.
Important question for Janine.
Yeah.
Which is worse, reading the letters or just showing up and inviting yourself to dinner?
Showing, that's a hard one. But I want, my gut reaction is the second, because like that was. Who the fuck does that?
This guy.
I know it was the 80s, 70s, but come on.
No.
Like
There's always this guy.
We still had a telephone. Come on.
It's one thing to just show up and then be invited.
Yeah.
But he just shows up and he's like, I'm here for dinner.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I brought this wine. Poco Robles.
Paso Robles. Let's go to Paso Robles.
Let's I know you've
No,
got
it's the
children
worst.
and I didn't check in. And also, you're my boss.
It
but
really-
here I am.
Oh, it's so cringe. Like, it makes me hurt. When it happened on the show, Allison and I were like, no,
Absolutely not.
you do not come to my home without an invite. You get the fuck out of here. Well, but we know he's an asshole.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That guy. is
The
really
reading of
good.
the letters was really bad though too, which is why it's like hard for me because
But it's really hard for me that the letters weren't under fucking lock and key, you
I know.
morons.
Yeah.
They should not be out and about. Come on.
I think that's where my question around like it's so easy to walk around there because like
It's so big
it's
and
so
different
big and,
rooms.
Like, protect your shit, man.
Fucking put that shit in a lockbox, like
I
hidden.
get, like, you can't hide everything, but your top secret time travel letters.
Hidden.
Put it in
Yes.
put it in the priest hole.
Put it in
Oh my God!
Duh! Yes.
Like that's where the stuff
Come
goes.
on.
You hide shit in the priest hole.
Yeah, you've got, and he's got that, like, there are all kinds of places you could, but yes, put him in the fucking priest hole.
It's right there.
Hide that shit.
Yeah.
Hide that, shit.
That kind of.
I mean, if nothing else, you don't want your children getting in there and opening all those letters. You are saving them to read yourself.
Mhm.
So your children of the corn are going to be like, hey, Ma, did
Hey,
you know
Malachi.
that Granda got arrested and blah, 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 blah? Because I read ahead. I skipped to the ending. No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That, I think, maybe. What's the word I'm looking for? Distillates or like focuses on why we didn't tend to like watch the modern storyline with as much joy. We loved it, but we were way more invested in the Revolutionary War shit this
I
time
don't
around.
actually think that's true.
It ended up being that
At
way
the
with our
time-
live show.
It did, but at the time, we spent a lot of time talking about Brianna and Roger.
You're right. Well, the design.
Yes.
The design's really good.
Well, that
Yeah.
season 7 blue. Did you
Yeah.
clock the season 7 blue?
Season 7 blue.
The teal everywhere.
There's this like
Oh.
really rich blue that's just
Kinda like
fucking
this.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We loved season 7 blue.
Yes, I think I also really love the building what's the show you referenced for the building this old house.
This old house.
Oh,
This old house thing, because at the time I was watching this, I was also in the mode of thinking about where I want to live after my PhD program and was fantasizing about building a geodesic home.
Mm.
So, which by the way, in my fantasy world, I'm building a geodesic home house in Chicago working at Northwestern. I don't know how any of that's supposed to work.
That's
but
like a mash sheet.
yeah, it's a weird one.
It's like a mash sheet.
Like,
And you're married to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, married to Lady Gaga. You drive a Chevy Impala.
well,
You live in a geodesic dome.
Ford tough.
Fucking Buckminster Fuller style.
well, if I've cheated on this mash sheet, Emma Watson is who I'm married
okay,
to.
okay,
Because
okay. You scratched out Lady
because
Gaga.
she read my book and was very excited and was like, I would like to talk to you. And then we had this cute meet cute. It's a very big thing. I've had a
Is
lot
the
of time by myself.
geodesic dome? Does that make it mashed? Like MASHD for dome?
Yes, MASH.
Yeah.
Great. One final question about future storyline. Not future, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
70s, 80s. How did you feel about the use of Phil Collins in the air tonight for a sex scene?
It worked.
No!
It worked for me.
It also worked for me. It did not work for Julie. And for most of the fandom. We're in the minority.
Okay, well, it worked for me. It was off-putting at the beginning of it.
It's
creepy.
It's
was like-
confusing. I mean, it is not a sexy song.
No.
But come on.
And like,
And they are coming and in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Because they're in their camper van.
They're coming
in the air tonight.
Yeah.
But
Hold on. Hold on.
it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So,
So we're taking care of that.
Okay.
Revolutionary War.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the fire of the big house, aka the exploding of the windows.
Yeah. I by myself, Jasper running away from me because I was exclaiming so much, just going like, oh my, about time. Oh my God, all that craftsmanship, all the people,
All that craftsmanship.
what's the big house village? What was the all the people in the backyard that made all these windows and
The
glass
Glaciers
smoking?
Union of North Carolina
Yeah.
just got formed.
They were just, like, they must have been so upset by all of this.
Oh, see, I think the Glaciers Union of North Carolina was probably thrilled.
Maybe.
Yeah,
They're going to have to
now I
build
got
another
jobs.
house.
We got
They've
jobs.
already
Job
been
security.
paid.
Yeah.
That is job security. But, you know, bad for house burning down.
The whole, like, those guys going into the surgery though and like smashing the bottles of ether, I was a little bit like, what's going on here? Like, I feel a little bit like this the fire's about to happen, and like I know what what's like this is what it's leading up to.
Foretold.
Yeah.
Ordained.
But like it did feel, as far as how it was produced, a little forced to me, where I was like, I don't feel like they'd go that far, or like somehow they'd pull back, or like, I don't know.
It was a little bit like, what's this weird chemical? I don't care.
But he's like, I'm Michael Caine.
Yeah. So that fell out to me, but I did have reactions. Jasper didn't hang out with me because I was yeah.
While I continue to question him, I'm going to need you to go get what you were given at our live show.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one. But,
Okay.
Important question.
Sure.
How did you feel about Mrs. Bug, who has no lines and then promptly gets murdered sort of accidentally by Ian?
I was so upset for Ian. I was really upset for Ian.
Yeah, John Bell killed it this season.
Yeah, John Bell was so good in this season, and like that moment and like the realization of it all was like it was painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really hated it.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough watch. How do you feel about Ian's fabulous new love interest, Rachel Hunter?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I was having, these are all positive feelings, but I was feeling so odd about like the way they were interacting, and then when the kiss happened, I was like, oh boy, whoa, little much. But also weird timing, but also like cultures. I was like, there was a lot of conflict happening with it.
Did you feel like they were just going to straight bone right there?
I did
Yes,
feel like
their
that.
chemistry is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It was like with a knife. When he was, I think
Speaking of knife.
when they were sitting on the porch when they had first met, even then I was like, this is like palpable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have great chemistry.
Yeah.
Speaking of those two, that means if you are down with all Rachel Hunter, that means that you are probably also fond of our friend William Ransom.
Help me out.
Jamie's kid.
The worst spy ever.
The worst spy ever.
The worst spy in history, whose death song goes, "My name is William,"
and that's it. Cell phone.
He was. Yeah. I liked him. He was the worst spy ever. That like of the things that like he inherited from Jamie. Being a spy is not one of them.
No, not yet.
No.
The casting is incredible though.
Yeah.
Like when you saw him the first time, you're like, oh yeah.
Yep.
And I think every time they kind of, because they were kind of bouncing into each other's worlds. Every bounce into each other was like very palpable. That's my word of the day, apparently. It was also like I liked it a lot. Like when he found Claire in the when she was a prisoner
at Fort Ticonderoga.
That was really like, that was nice. yeah.
I really love in that episode after he's met Claire when then he runs into Ian and Ian bullshits him. And then he's like, oh, yeah, sure. Wait a minute. Oh, buddy.
I do love one of those. Oops, speaking of buddy.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the podcast, but we named the ether mask because Claire had an ether problem.
Oh, yeah,
It was
that's right.
Buddy the ether mask.
Okay.
Hey, Claire, I'm right over here. So, on the way to the live show, one of our dear listeners, this was Mini Horse, right?
Yeah.
This is the Mini Horse. She wasn't going to make it on time for the show.
The Amtrak screwed her.
Amtrak
Oh.
was fucked.
I know that story.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
spent some time doing a little crochet. So I would like to introduce to you,
We were
Which is
handed
first?
these when she arrived at karaoke.
which is first.
knife.
Okay.
So before
Tell
we do
him
this,
that. Mhm.
do you remember when Jamie gives Claire a knife in this season and she's like, "Oh, it fits my hand perfectly."
I do remember this. This is actually the one thing bit I think I heard a little bit of this podcast where it's because it's the size of his dick.
Yes. Yeah.
He
knows
he
the contours
memorized
of
her
her-
grip from the way her hand feels on his
dick.
Johnson.
Yes.
Like I just
That's
can't
real.
get with it.
So
I don't think you can memorize an abstract concept.
that sounds to me, Julie, like you haven't gotten a lot of hand jobs on your dick in your lifetime.
guilty.
Yeah. So the first thing that Liz does is she hands to me and Julie and Amelia this.
Oh God.
This,
at the
folks,
handle.
this is a crocheted knife with a handle that looks like a penis.
Fucking bad. This is so good. Man, it fits my hand perfectly.
Right? Isn't that amazing?
This is so good.
And then
Oh, my
apparently
goodness.
she had even more time.
Oh, wait, hold on. Just one detail here.
Mm.
This.
That part, yeah.
That's
I mean,
really-
that's real.
Which I'm a little bit like, oh no, that makes sense because that's where the tang would be. So like, yeah, that makes sense why this is the top of the penis and this is the bottom of the penis because this is the spine of the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, great job.
Yeah. Stamp of approval from Janine.
Yeah.
So then she whipped
She had
up
more
just
time.
for Julie.
Okay.
Just for me. Buddy the either mask.
Oh my God, the eyes.
I know he looks like a poo emoji, which is
Yeah.
also hilarious, but it's, hey, Claire, just put me over your nose and mouth.
You can just look at my eyes while you're going
Just
down.
remember, I'm always here. I can see you, Claire. I can see you.
I'm the only one who sees you. I'm the only one.
Okay.
Oh
So,
my God.
There are obviously lots of Jamie and Claire things that happen, but we're going to, in the interest of time, we're going to limit our past storylines unless you have specific thoughts you want to share. My questions for you.
Yeah, hit
we'll
me these questions.
dwell on two things.
Okay.
First, let's talk about Benedict Arnold.
Yeah.
Question one, why is he in my spank bank now?
'Cause, I mean, he's a fucking fox.
I mean, like, but I know
And a
who
charmer.
he is.
And a
right.
charmer.
Yeah, I
Here-
know what happens.
So here's the thing: is like with Benedict Arnold, I have a little bit of confusion in my own brain because I was he's in Turn, a series about the Revolutionary War
Mhm.
and about George Washington's kind
That
of spine.
actor, you mean?
No, the character Benedict Arnold,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it's about Revolutionary War. So like Benedict Arnold is such a strong and interesting character in that
I
show.
just
as
thought
well.
maybe it was like who played Mark Twain in everything.
Oh, Hal Holbrook.
Yes, I thought maybe
This
it was a
guy
Hal
plays
Holbrook
Benedict
situation,
Arnold forever.
and it's
Career.
just this guy playing Benedict Arnold in
Yeah.
everything forever.
So like my knowledge of Benedict Arnold kind of extends beyond this, and I think Benedict Arnold is such an interesting character because like he cares very much about what he about like leading and being a good leader and all this other stuff, but also he wants to be recognized.
Yeah.
And like that, I think this
The patriarchy hurts us all.
Downfall.
and I think this actor and this representation of Benedict Arnold does a very good job of like demonstrating that he is a genuinely good leader and like a genuinely good, like he is a good person.
He cares.
Yeah, he cares and he's really trying, but he also put himself on the wrong side.
But there's
Yeah.
this like impossible to control petty longing for recognition
Yeah.
that is more potent than his desire to do the right
Be a good
thing,
leader.
be a
Yeah.
good leader, right?
Mhm.
And he is getting fucked over, but like
Yeah, but it kind of it injects. I think what's interesting too about that time period, where the Enlightenment being the big kind of force of where our Constitution came from, and like all how those like that elite class was thinking. Where Benedict Arnold is a very clear representation that we are not actually truly enlightened, that we are actually still like kind of
animals
and base in some fashion.
Yeah.
So in our mythos of American history, where he's a traitor, it's very interesting to think about because, like, yeah, he was a traitor to the nation, but he was actually probably the more humanistic individual, which is fascinating.
Yeah,
great actor.
Yes,
like when he showed up when we met him with his when he was looking to barter
the swap meet.
The swap meet.
Yeah, he was like very enamored with that guy. He did a good job.
Yeah. Great. The other important question about the past, I have already forgotten. It's going to come back to me. It was about... I don't fucking remember. We talked about the fire.
I hated the cliffhanger where we got left off thinking that Jamie might have been killed.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
I was so fucking annoyed. I was like, mustache, back the fuck up.
Yeah, we know that character can't die.
Like, come on.
Fucking A, man. Not
but
yet.
Then we got Claire being like, if you touch my not dead husband, I will fucking gut you.
Fucking try me. That shit was good when she got
That
all
was a
gutter.
good scene.
Gutter whore. You fucking try me.
You don't need... I am from the 20th century.
I am from the future and you are dead.
Listen, I have been sexually harassed by medical student interns. You don't even fucking know.
You don't rate, bitch.
You don't even know.
And that is followed immediately by her berating Jamie, being like, "You motherfucker!
God, why do you got to do this to me
like,
over and over and over again?
You're a sniper. What the fuck are you doing out in the middle of the field?"
How much did you love Sniper Outfit?
I love Sniper Outfit. Sniper Outfit was
fucking
so great.
Bart
Sexy
Lancaster over here. I think you are looking for this guy. Fucking sexy quail. What's his name? Daniel whatever. Anyway, he's great.
He is great.
Sniper brings me to this. We have discussed, and I don't remember if we really discussed it this much when all three of us were doing the show together. Jamie is a serial killer.
Yes.
His body count is very high.
It's high.
Murder Turtle. Yeah.
Murder Turtle. The scene where he kills
the Murder Turtle.
Murder Turtle.
Oh, yeah. Tom Christie was the other thing, by the way. I want to hear his thoughts on Tom Christie.
So the scene where he kills Lionel Brown. What were your thoughts on that? Where it was just him just enjoying
He got the horror
somebody
movie reveal where the lights come on and he's sitting in the corner.
in the little corner, and we're like, "Oh, you're dead, buddy."
That is, if the lights come on and there's somebody sitting in your corner, one of two things is happening. Either you're a spy and we're about to learn that you're a spy, which Murder Turtle, no. Or you're going to die.
You're dead.
Well, you know what? I'm actually struggling to remember my feelings about that because I am now. So that reminds me of Coinface and that interaction. So I'm already thinking about like the friendship aspect of this. What I'm recalling though when I saw Jamie getting ready to murder, was that where I was like, yeah, this is you just flipped the switch on the wrong guy.
Yeah, this guy will kill you.
No issues, just showing up with a knife and putting it in your throat.
Yeah, this guy will murder you.
And he will do it slowly.
And now he's been assigned to an elite sniper unit so he can kill people from a distance. So they've really like figured out how to use him.
Yeah.
His Terminator skills.
Yeah.
All right. Tom Christie.
Before that, though, how did you feel about Jamie hauling cannons up to the top of a mountain to fire them at the base that he was working at to prove a point?
I felt like
taking it too far.
Like suddenly social skills became one of the things that Jamie's not good at.
Yeah, since when?
Yes, like how didn't he know? He had to have been a little bit more savvy about that.
He used his last iota of social skills navigating the Tom Christie minefield.
Yeah.
Transition. Tom Christie.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Tom Christie.
Tom Christie. It's complicated. What a complicated character.
Yeah. Great performance though, right?
Really, like the actor really did a good job of making that complicated situation. Yeah. Because I mean, the unrequited love aspect of it, the knowing that his son had done something so terrible, and like, and the death, and obviously then the killing of his daughter, like through thinking about the killing of his daughter and like the baby and whatnot, and the kiss was like so
a surprise
and like painful because it's just like, bro, back up.
Yeah.
Like back up, man.
I guess it's like life is short. I need her to know, but whatever.
But like that's maybe a sign of the times. Like we're like, hey, okay, yeah, some romantic weird overture, but also like, does she need to know? Maybe you can just fucking write it in a letter.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't need to know this on her face in this street right now.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. it was great TV.
It
Yes,
was
that's true.
really good TV.
That's true.
It
We
was
did
very good
scream
TV.
out loud.
And it was so, and like, and
It's
did- and
Amelia Hamilton-Lewis Buzzell's favorite moment.
It is in real life, obviously a shitty fucking thing to do.
Yeah,
right.
don't
That
do
is it's assault.
Yes.
That's like unwanted contact.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
In the context of the show, we kick and punch and fight, right? Like it was like hijinks.
A return of that
Katrina,
feeling, yeah.
to her
She
credit,
played it
She played
great.
it so perfectly because her reaction allowed us to react that way.
Yeah.
If she had reacted
What?
differently, it would have been
She kicked him in the balls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, she was
like,
just
"Oh."
like, what? She was like, I don't fucking. What is even happening? You're alive. We're in the street.
You Frenched me?
You friend like what? I don't. Where's my?
I don't know what to do. Buddy, where are you? Hey, Claire, I'm right here. Don't worry about it. I'm looking at you. I can see you. I see you, Claire.
Great.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Good season, right?
I'm
Very
really
good season.
pleased that you continue to watch it. It's going to be really hard for me. Season 7A was great. I very much enjoyed it.
Mm.
But it's going to be hard for me for them to top season 6. Like, season 6 was my favorite.
Season 6 had a lot
The
of
weird,
stuff.
like, fucking folk horror shit of being trapped on the ridge and the witchcraft and all that shit. We'll see.
I mean, and now it's like a weird falling action to like all the big stuff, right? Because they have one more season after this.
Yeah, they're going to split 7 and 8 into 2 half seasons
So
like they did season
another
1. Yeah.
A and B.
My current
Mm.
daydream, which is not out of the realm of possibility, is that they're going to do 7 and 8, and 8 will end with the ending of Written in My Own Heart's Blood, which is the second to last book. Third to last.
All the book readers have said that would be a perfect place
It would be
to
a
end.
really good place to end if they can get there. And then 10 years from now, if they want to, they could just do a fucking TV movie.
Yeah,
Right?
why not?
Of like, of even just like one it wouldn't like one book or just a part like, or they could do a mini series. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
And of course, Blood of My Blood is about to come out too. So we've got the young Pamplemousse shit coming.
Oh yeah.
Right,
yeah,
young
yeah.
Pamplemousse with Ellen and Brian and that whole shit. So it's going to be like a Riverdale situation up
Yeah.
on up on Lallybrock.
And like all those actors, you give them 10 years to like chill, and they'll be like, "Hey, so let's get back together for this TV movie." They'll be like,
Okay,
Right?
fine,
we like
great,
each other a lot."
great.
yeah.
I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's my hope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is. There's a lot still to come, but it's starting to feel like preparing for the end of the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, now that we know that you're still watching, once you watch season 7B, can we do another? Janine shares his thoughts on season 7B.
Yeah, sure. Because I cried so much on Wednesday, I'm like, I was reflecting yesterday going like, I maybe shouldn't be waiting a year between my visits to Chicago. I should be coming back maybe every 6 months. So
Great.
yeah.
Bring it on.
So it might actually be like right at because like 7B is early.
It's probably going to be like March, February, or
That
March.
would be my guess. If it
Yeah.
was going to be January, they would have already announced it.
Yeah.
My guess would be February or March.
Yeah, so I'd probably want to be visiting just after season
Mhm.
ended. So
Well, and there's no rush, right? I mean, like this season ended months ago, and
It's
we're
true.
fine.
We're
I
still talking
just
about
got into producer mode, so I was like, I can time this for you.
No,
guys.
no timing.
You time it for you.
The thing is, we have embraced the fact that there is no timing.
Yeah.
We just do. We
Yes.
just sit in front of a microphone and shoot the shit, and
Yeah.
then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to do on Girls Just Want to Solve Crimes. We're about to do back to back the 2-part Murder She Wrote pilot.
Oh, fun.
That'll be really fun.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're going to do Poker Face,
Cool.
which I'm excited about.
I am
Which
too.
we have
I've
both
been holding it.
saving
I've been waiting.
to talk about. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, please come talk to us about season 7B.
Whenever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you are watching in something like real time and you ever watch an episode and you're like, I have to share my thoughts about this right fucking now, you
Okay.
let us know.
Okay.
Text us.
Because I probably will be watching it in real time because that is what I do with my life as I watch TV
Mhm.
as like my free time stuff. Because
Mhm.
well,
Jasper, cuddle time.
Cuddle time.
You got that fireplace, you got that couch, you got that cat.
it's true.
It's Higgy. We know you love Higgy. I love Higgy. It's full of Higgy.
You should see his sweater right now. You guys.
he is living Higgy.
100%.
Yeah.
Cozy vibes, nonstop cozy vibes. Yeah. All right. Well, please come hang out with us again soon.
I will.
You're the best. We miss you.
Miss you too.
Thanks, Janine.
Bye.
Bye. It's Daysan.
That was you, gentle listener, at our doorstep, ready to find out more.
I'm guessing Neil couldn't hear that. Do you need to go see who it is?
Fine.
Psst, while Julie's gone.
We should probably, just in case, start the episode again because that was extremely funny, but I would be shocked if that audio was usable. We screamed.
Oh, no, I'm keeping that. I'll figure out a way.
So, gentle listener, apologies for that doorbell breaking your ears, but it really wasn't our fault.
Nope.
It just so happens that every single episode that we recorded this month, as soon as the episode was done, we prepared to say our goodbyes, and then somebody rang the doorbell. That happened every time, which is why...
That's right.
And then every time I said this exact thing, every time...
Time travel is so stupid.
And then Amelia said this thing.
We're in a kaleidoscope of experience.
Yeah, it's wild. What a coincidence.
Deja vu.
Listen,
All right. Y'all ready?
we're not here to tell jokes about doorbells. We're here to say thanks for listening to this episode of the podcast you just listened to, which is one of several. But
And
I don't
excellent.
know. But I don't know which one. But we know it was uniformly great.
It was really good.
No notes.
So,
None.
to all of you right now, thank you for listening. You can find us on Facebook.com/PodlanderCast, on Instagram @PodlanderCast. You can find all of our shit there. You can also find us at PodlanderPresents.com. Find all sorts of information about all of the high quality content we're continually pumping out for you bitches. All right. If you like what you heard, please consider leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever new thing there is now. Listen, I'm too old to keep up. We want to thank you all for listening, but we especially want to thank our patrons. You can become a patron at patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. You can support the show, join the Slack, get early episode access like it's the clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? And thank you to all of our patrons. Y'all make it possible for us to do this. You like, who rules? Elizabeth I.
Santa Claus?
Santa Claus, like Santa Claus. You rule. So I'll just say a few more things before we get to the meat of this, because I see Amelia in the corner making instruments out of random items in my home.
Amelia in the doorway with 2 spoons.
Standing by. Speaking of Amelia, let's thank that bitch for our stone cold social media presence, our website, everything she does for us. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank you, Amelia.
This show
That's
is
Amelia Ham on the Loose Buzzell.
Ham on the Loose, bitch. The show is produced by Allison Shoemaker and Julie Starbird, edited by Julie Starbird, other stuff by Allison Shoemaker. Our artwork is by Viv Pickles, a.k.a. Laura, and our cover songs are performed by Amelia Ham on the Loose Buzzell. And also, we'd like to thank our Slack moderators and Jenna Polkowski. I can't remember why we were thanking her, but we always thank her.
She's the moderator superior.
She's the best. Okay. Thank you so much. And because we love you or because we hate you, here is some amazing musical stylings.
This is our way. This is our very special holiday 2023 way of thanking our patrons. This is, as will not surprise you, unrehearsed. We came up with this idea T-2 minutes ago, and since then there's been a doorbell explosion. So who knows if it's going to work, but we're going to try just for you because we love you. We're sorry, you're welcome. You ready, Amelia? Jessica Richardson, Kristen Blanton, Mindy Newell, Rachel Revelle, Brenda, Allison King, Dr. AWS, Sydney Taylor, and Snazzy Natch, Lisa Brienne, Julia Gouliard, Kathleen Martini, Lauren Tennant, Kelsey Kemp, and Emily Day, Betsy English, Caitlin Reddick, Tina Barnett, and Kristen, Freckle Fury, Ham on the Loose, Liz and Tinkerbell, Terry Welch, Rochelle Lefevre, Amanda Smizaza, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Kelly Mazzella, Chantel Salters, Mary Ann the Falling Statue, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, a.k.a. Laura, All right, are you ready for the bridge? Let's see if this works. Susanna Ruth McCormick, and then Kiki the Wise. Oh, I now we got it. And the sound of Carol Marlowe fills the air. Trish McCrary is singing. Julie DeToy and Jen Lynn, Callie Button, Amanda Newton, Elizabeth Young, and Kiki the Wise. Yes! You just got a key change. We're done.
Dude, you did it though.
Guys, nobody let Mariah Carey sue me. We can't afford it.
You did that. Yeah, don't tell anyone. Just listen to it in your headphones and shh.
We love you guys. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.